Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel and the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Prop Up & Co. Today we are at the second round of races in the AM1 League. We are at Sardegna today, which is the B layout of the track. Looking at 17 laps on the soft tyres, 13 corners for these guys in their Group 4 machines. So let's have a look at how they have qualified. So we have then on the pole position, we have Rick Dubb. Excellent job, put it on pole there. Second position, we have Slowpoke. Right behind him, we then have Love Rocket Rods. In fourth position, we have Carlsberg, my favourite livery. Fifth position then, we've got GT Mac in his Ferrari. Sixth position is Optimus Prime, again in his Ferrari. Then we have IQC W4 in his Renault. Then coming back to eighth position and Ginger in his F-Type Jag. And then taking up the rear, we have Firepower in ninth position. So a slightly diminished grid, I feel, for this race. I'm pretty sure there was more than 9 at the first race of the series last week. So yeah, we're all set for a great race. So let's have a look and see how things pan out, shall we? So 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and we're away. Rick Dubb making a good start then, coming down to this tight left-hander, the bottom of the hill. Slowpoke's taking a look on the inside. Is he going to make an early move? I don't know whether he's got it done. No, Rick Dubb manages to keep ahead there. So yeah, Rick Dubb then, Slowpoke, when Slowpoke has Love Rocket Rods right on his tail. This is going to be a very close sport race, this one. I think it's going to be nose to tail all the way. Excuse me, my mobile phone was going off there, just turned it off. Yeah, back to Love Rocket Rods in third, followed by IQC in fourth position. Then behind him we have Carlsberg. Behind Carlsberg in sixth we've got Optimus Prime. Firepower in seventh. We've got GT Mackie in eighth position. And we've got Ginger at the back there in ninth. So back up to the top then, Rick Dubb still out in front at the moment, with Firepower close on his heels. Some tricky corners on this circuit if you don't get them right. Oh, Slowpoke's made a move and he's got it done. Is he going to maintain that position? Rick Dubb's coming straight back at him on the inside. I think Slowpoke's just going to manage to keep hold of that one. It's allowed Love Rocket Rods to get right in the thick of it. And looks like he's going down the middle for a move. He's already got past Rick Dubb. Love Rocket Rods has just got into the lead. But Firepower has the inside line for the left. Let's see how this goes into this corner. Yeah, Firepower's thought better of having a go at that one, and he's let Love Rocket Rods go for a moment. So Rick Dubb then, wondering what might have been. He had a good lead there. But yeah, he slipped back to third position. But still a long way to go yet. Only lap 2 of 17, so yeah, it's going to be a very, very close race this. It's a tight, twisty circuit with some very technical corners. You get a wheel on the grass, or you go a little bit wide, and this track will definitely punish you. As I'm sure these guys will find out if they do just that. Slowpoke's down the inside, another great move on Love Rocket Rods, and Rick Dubb's there as well. He's got his position 2 back. So yeah, Slowpoke now running like a Cheshire cat out in the front. Rick Dubb chasing. Love Rocket Rods also there as well. Let's have a look where Carlsberg is. Yeah, he's got a keen eye on these 3 up ahead. So there's every chance that any mistakes from the guys up in front, he's going to be there. Fifth position, we have IQC. Obviously winner of race 1 last week for the round 1 race. fifth position at the minute, looking to move forward and hopefully improve that. Then we've got Optimus Prime coming down behind him, and we've got Firepower and GT Mac 7th and 8th. Looks like it could be a close battle, this one as well. And Ginger there at the back behind them, about a second adrift. GT Mac wants this 7th position off Firepower. He's looking every which way to try and get past. Firepower driving defensively at the moment. Not really a lot GT Mac can do. Maybe wait for the braking zone for turn 1. Not very many places to overtake on this track unless someone makes a mistake, but he's right underneath his bumper now. He's pulling out. Is he going to have a go into the right? No. A tricky corner. If you get that one wrong, you are in the sand. Absolutely no doubt about that one. So yeah, these two pretty much side by side. GT Mac just having a kiss of Firepower's bumper there, I think. But Firepower managing to hold on to it. Let's go up to see if there's anything happening up ahead. Looks like we've got a bit of a battle for the top 4 places. Carlsberg there in 4th. Love Rocket Rods and Rick Dub side by side coming down into 1. It'll be interesting. Love Rocket Rods got the line. Yeah, I think Rick Dub will just have to wait his turn. Slow poking on the sand a little bit there. It's going to have slowed him down by a 10th or 2. But nice convincing lead at the moment. About half a second ahead, I'd say, at this point. Nice and controlled through these corners. Very well suited cars, these Group 4s, to this circuit. Not quite so easy in a Group 3, but yeah, this is a great Group 4 race so far. Very, very close, tight racing all the way down from the top to the bottom. Let's have a look at Slowpoke then. Coming into that awkward uphill corner. And then this equally as difficult, this left, is a big dip there, and if you get that dip wrong, it'll just spit your back end out and you will be in the boonies basically. So everybody managing to keep it on the track nicely at the moment. No real dramas, no major issues, no crashes, no spins, all good. We're coming back to Love Rocket Rods then. He's still got Rick Dub right behind him, and Carlsberg right behind him as they come barreling down the start-finish straight. IQC then is in 5th, with Optimus Prime in 6th, GT Mac and Firepower 7th and 8th respectively. We have Ginger in 9th, bringing up the rear there. Firepower took a look there but decided against it last minute. I thought he was going to have a mad dash for that one, but no, he obviously knew he wasn't going to get it done, so tucked back in behind GT Mac. Okay, so let's go back to the top. Any change there? Now everything's as it was. Slowpoke doing a great job there, maintaining the lead. In fact, I think he's opened up a couple more tenths. So controlling the race pretty well at the moment. We've got Love Rocket Rods then, Rick Dub and Carlsberg right on each other's tails. All want a piece of this podium. Coming back to IQC and Optimus Prime. Bit of a gap back from Optimus Prime then to GT Mac in 7th, then 8th, and then Ginger about a second or so back in 9th. Got to be careful on this corner coming onto the start-finish straight. You can straddle that curb, easy to pick up a penalty there. And the penalty line is right as you start this this long straight. So yeah, if you do manage to get a track limits penalty, it really is going to cost you all the way down this straight. Easy to lose several positions should the cars all be bunched up. Let's see if there's any battles going on. And everything seems to be pretty okay at the moment. Everyone's got their own little space of tarmac they're fighting for. Oh dear, Carlsberg's picked up a half a second. So he's obviously been a naughty boy with track limits. Didn't quite catch which corner he did it at, but yeah, he will have to serve that, as I just said, coming into that long start-finish straight, which is it's going to cost him, and I'm sure IQC will have a run on him down that straight. And we'll see how that pans out in just a moment, because we're just coming to the last corners now. Keep an eye on IQC. See if you can get that move done on Carlsberg. Yeah, Carlsberg served his penalty. IQC, I don't know whether he's going to get him or not. Carlsberg staying defensive because he knew IQC would be behind him, chasing him down. But no, he's managed to keep that fourth position. But IQC is substantially closer to him. So let's see what happens on this lap. Optimus then, GT Mac, Firepower. Oh dear, Ginger's picked up a penalty as well. Could have done without that, the back of the grid. Gonna slow him down even more. He's a good couple of seconds back now from Firepower. Maybe a bit of frustration kicking in there. Don't overdrive it, Ginge. You can still catch up to these boys. They're only a couple of seconds up the road. A slow poke then. Still maintaining that second and a half. Oh, I don't know. I think maybe Love Rocket Rods has closed that gap a little bit. So, yeah. These three pulling away a little bit at the moment. Good pace. Fastest lap with Slowpoke at the minute on a 1:27 flat. So, as I say, we're on softs. Let's go through the tyre weight, see who's using their tyres. Slowpoke, not too bad. Front right looking a little bit warm there. Love Rocket Rods, he seems to be using his tyres a little bit more at the moment. Rick Dub, yeah, pretty much hardly any wear on those at all. Carlsberg, yeah, not too bad. Couple of mil wear on the front right. IQC, well, this might as well be lap one for him because his tyres are like new. I don't know how these guys do it, if I'm honest. You know, a corner's a corner. If you're going fast round a corner, you wear your tyres out. So I'd love to know how these guys manage to preserve their tyres to this degree. I really would. Then we come back to Optimus. Similar story there. Looking after his tyres well. And we're 8 laps in. So just under halfway. Then we got GT Mac. Tyre wear is minimal again. Firepower, he's used a bit more. Maybe involved in the fights and the battles at the start is what's caused him to use his tyres up a little bit more. But still not too bad. Ginger, I mean, his front right is looking pretty worn at this point, considering he's done the same laps. And for most of the race probably been, you know, kind of on his own a little bit. He's had space in front and behind him, no pressure really. So he's obviously pushing hard, try and catch up to these guys, hence the extra tyre wear. Back up to the front, Slowpoke, maintaining that lead, driving well. I think he's found his groove in this race, and I think he's just nailed into it, and going to take some beating, I think. Especially with those two behind, constantly battling for second position. Of course, then we've got Carlsberg just behind this group of two, and yeah, he'll be looking for any opportunities that he can. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide onto the kitty litter there, thrown a few stones onto the track, which could be a little bit dicey for the guys following behind him. He's right on the back of these two now, coming up the hill. So this is going to get closer and closer, I think, this race. And it's going to be a real battle to the end. Not the sort of track that lends itself to big gaps between cars because of its nature. You kind of got bunches, sort of little bunches of cars all the way from the start to the back. So let's see how Carlsberg does on this straight. Has he got any slipstream? Can he pull up to the guys behind? Rick Dubb is right on the back of Love Rocket Rods. Is he looking to make a manoeuvre down into turn 1? I think Love Rocket Rods knows what's coming and he's covered it off. It didn't go particularly defensive, but I don't think Rick Dubb quite had the speed to get past there. Still very tight racing from these guys. Very respectful as well. No barging, no hip and shoulder. It's all good. Carlsberg is all over the back of these two. He can see a podium position. He can smell a podium position from there. And he knows he can get it done. Coming back to IQC. Still in 5th there. A little bit of a gap ahead. A little bit of a gap behind to Optimus Prime. Just plugging away there, Optimus. Waiting to take any crumbs that are left for him. And the guys in front and all the squabbling. Coming back to 7th and GT Mac. Again, a little bit of a gap opening up now ahead of him. And a couple of seconds back then to Firepower. And of course you can see Ginger in the background there. 3 or 4 seconds behind. But I think he has definitely closed the gap a little bit. Got a new fastest lap from Carlsberg on a 1:26.6. So we know he's pushing, don't we? He wants to get onto that podium and get as many points in the bag as he can. Back up to the front. Slowpoke still maintaining that lead. He's definitely opened up more of a gap now. There's a good couple of seconds in hand now. So very, very nice controlled race by Slowpoke. Just needs to keep it nice and steady. Don't be going onto the grass. Don't be putting the tyre onto that kitty litter, or it'll pretty much stop you dead in your tracks. Back to the battle for 2nd. Love Rocket Rods looking okay. Carlsberg has now got past Rick Dubb, the 3rd position. So yeah, Carlsberg has managed to get that podium position. Needs to hang on to it now. Driving a great race is Carlsberg. Oh, car up in the air there. Not much suspension on these, so that would have rattled his spine a bit. All over the back of Love Rocket Rods. This is going to be a great battle. I think when we come to the start finish, we'll jump on and do a lap with Carlsberg. He seems pretty racy at the moment, so here we go. Let's jump on and then and see how we go. So he's going to get in the slipstream right behind Love Rocket Rods there. Has he got any overspeed? Can he get this move done into turn 1? Doesn't look like he's a little bit far behind at the moment. Into the braking zone. Hard on the brakes. Off the brakes just before the apex. Nail the throttle. Can easily spin through there if you're not careful. Nice tight line around there. Keep the throttle pinned. Oh, he's pulled up on Love Rocket there. Great exit there from Carlsberg. Oh, is he going to look down the inside? He wanted to have a go. Wasn't quite enough room. I think he would have ended up on the grass. He'd have pursued that one. Nice tight line around here. Change up as soon as you can for the downhill. Love Rocket Rods managing to stay ahead okay at the moment. Carlsberg all over the back of him. Hard brake. Oh, that was close. That was very close. I thought he was going to run into the back of him and push him off. That would have been a disaster because he would have had to have stopped and waited for him, and there would have been position after position gone. But well controlled on the brakes there by Carlsberg. Quick squirt of the throttle now and then brake down into this left-right chicane. Well, I say chicane. It's like a mini chicane. He's got a good overspeed run on rocket rods now from the start straight. He's going to have him, I think. So we'll just stay on board until the first corner and see where we are. Carlsberg is looking strong at the moment. He's definitely got the line, he's got the position, and he's got it done. Love Rocket Rods is not going to have any of that. He wants that position back. Carlsberg just needs to defend now. See if he can pull out a little gap. And look at that, rigged up down the inside. He nearly took them both out. But managed to keep it on the track. He managed not to hit anyone. And he's stolen position 3 back from Love Rocket Rods. So yeah, that was very opportunistic by rigged up. But doesn't matter. If you get the position, you get the position. It was clean. So well done to him. I think Love Rocket Rods is still reeling from that one. He can't quite believe what he just saw. Rick Dub is definitely on a mission at the moment. Chasing after Carlsberg now. Gaggle of 3 cars right behind Rick Dub at the moment. The 4th, 5th and 6th. Has Carlsberg got a good entry, or has Rick Dub got a better entry? Exit, I think Rick Dub has got it. Carlsberg goes defensive. Staying left, pretty much side by side here. I think Carlsberg might just have enough speed just to get it to maintain position into the corner. Yeah, I think so. Rick Dub is pretty good at this switcheroo and his undercut. He'll be looking for Carlsberg to go wide. If he does, he's gonna pounce. I'm sure of that. He's hassling Carlsberg now, trying to force an error. Carlsberg knows he's right on his bumper. But you know, he's keeping it nice and cool, is Carlsberg. He's not flustered by the pressure, which is what you need to do. Unlike myself, get very flustered by pressure. That's another story. So, tidy driving from Carlsberg then. Rick Dub all over the back of him, and we got Love Rocket Rods then in 4th position. Just 3 laps to go now for this 17 lapper. It's been really close, tight racing all the way from the flag, or from the light, should I say. It's going to be interesting to see how this one finishes. Just coming up to start lap 15 of 17. IQC there in 5th. He's got a good slipstream. Is he going to have a go down into turn 1? Let's have a look. Has he got enough speed to... I don't think he has, but up ahead... Oh, Rick Dub has got Carlsberg. Is Carlsberg going to be able to come back at him? But Carlsberg's tyres are significantly carrying more wear than Rick Dub. Well, that could be a factor here. Is Carlsberg going to have the grip to be able to get that position back? I don't know. We will have to wait and see. Let's go back up to the front. And well, Slowpoke's like a Sunday afternoon drive for him now, isn't it? He's got a good 3-second, 4-second lead, possibly. And unless he has an absolute disaster, can't see anyone actually catching him for the remainder of this race. He just needs to be calm and collected and just drive nice and tidy the way he's driven the whole race. Kept himself out of trouble, hasn't he? Driven a great race. Coming down to start lap 16 now. Let's do a lap on board with Slowpoke. So coming down the long start-finish straight then, stay right, braking out about the 100 board. Oh, quite a bit later than the 100 board actually. Down to 2nd and 3rd for this corner. Get the throttle on, stay tight right there, tuck into your left because you can go wide here onto the grass. Quick squirt of the throttle, braking down. But there's a little uphill, tight left-hander. Try and get the throttle on as early as you can to get up the hill. Another little squirt on the brakes and then tuck in nice and tight for this downhill. Give it the beans now. You're going to be braking at the start of the rumble strip on the left-hand side for this very tight right-hander. Can easily get thrown out wide there. Put it over to the right there. Big dip in in the tarmac here. That can unsettle the car a lot. So you've got to be very careful on the throttle there. You give it too much and your wheels are just going to spin and you're going to be off. That's another one where you have to hurry up and wait to get on the throttle on that one. Break it down for this, cut the corner slightly if you can, get on the throttle. Got a great lap from Slowpoke. Let's have a look what's going on behind. Any fights for the last couple of laps? Rick Dub then, he's got a bit of a gap to Carlsberg. And we've got Love Rocket Rods with IQC right behind him. Optimus Prime and GT Mac. You could throw a blanket over these three, they're so close together. Last of the late breakers, I think Optimus is going to get it. Is IQC going to get the undercut? No. Oh, and GT Max binned it. He's off into the kitty litter, and that is, unfortunately, the last lap of the race, and I don't think he's going to be able to do anything to get that position back or to get back in touch with these three. I think he's a little bit late now. It's very unfortunate for GT Mac. Drove a solid race up to that point. So this is very, very close stuff. I don't want to miss our leader going over the start-finish line, so we'll just have a look where he is. It's got a few hundred yards to go yet, so just get back to this battle. It's going to go all the way to the line, this one. So back to Slowpoke then. It's all over bar the shouting. Just needs to get this last little left-right chicane, and I think he's nailed it. So a fantastic race from Slowpoke then. Are we going to get a flash of the light as he comes across the line? Yes, we do. Congratulations to him, great race. Second position Rick Dub, third for Carlsberg, and then we've got fourth ICQ, fifth Love Rocket Rods, sixth position we have Optimus Prime, seventh we have GT Mac, eighth we got Firepower. Comes across the line, and Ginger, where's Ginger? Not been the greatest of races for Ginger, is it? Oh, I think he's just having a bit of a play around at the moment. Still, there we are, finishes with a 0.5 second penalty for that excursion across the grass there. But all in all, great race in there. Congratulations to the top three. Slowpoke taking out his second victory in as many races, as he won race 2 in round 1, didn't he? And a great start to his campaign. So going to put him well in contention for the championship as things stand at the moment. And I will be back for race 2 shortly. I hope you enjoyed race 1. So see you shortly for race 2. Cheers.